What's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today?
Yes, we are back with another SNL The Live, Slaying and Living.
Yup, slay life, people. Hey, look, I'm Seth.
I'm Lashia,
Don't forget it.
and today we're going to be talking about baby elephant syndrome. And I'm really excited because elephants are my favorite animal. They're like my spirit animal. So I'm just glad to just be talking about elephants.
That's all right. But look, I'm gonna start off letting you guys know how excited we are. We always enjoy this time. We definitely enjoy being able to lead with value. You know how we do. We bundle it up with motivation, inspiration, financial education, and we definitely enjoy how you guys lead with value as well.
Yes.
You guys come through from your personal pages, from your business pages. You show crazy support. You come through, show love, you liking stuff, you sharing things, with your family members. This information that we have, we appreciate that you share it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out there and share it. And also we appreciate those who came out to the websites, and got got gold hoodies, got silver hoodies, shirts, and all of that type of stuff. We definitely appreciate you guys too. Keep that up.
Yeah.
And definitely, and this is a priority. We take Wednesdays, to dedicate it to this time right here, to provide some value. Hopefully you apply it to your life, and see the benefits of it. So that's a priority. We take the time and do our due diligence behind the scenes, bring it to the forefront, and this is what you get.
Yes.
We always enjoy doing it.
Yes. So real quick, we're just going to come from an article from Brains Magazine. And what we'll do is we'll put the link in the description. So if you want to read the article yourself, you can. But just going to read a short paragraph. It says, when you have baby elephant syndrome, you are constantly fixated on the negative aspects of your life. If you wake up every day and immediately think about everything going wrong, you may be dealing with baby elephant syndrome. This is a condition in which people constantly focus on the negative aspects of their lives and cannot see anything positive around them. These people feel they have no control over their own lives, leading to depression and anxiety. The best way to deal with these thinking patterns is to practice mindfulness techniques where you are present. Then focus on the things that you are grateful for. Having a gratitude journal is a great place to start.
Yes. That is crazy. That's awesome right there. I can kind of relate that to myself. When at one point I was just so negative. I was always thinking negative. It didn't matter. But before I shared that part, on how baby elephant syndrome affected me, it's just kind of give you a little small story, a little breakdown of what baby elephant syndrome actually is. And it's actually the process of kind of taming an elephant. Elephants grow to be big, big and strong. They're powerful. So in order to get one basically under your control, you got to take a rope or a chain or something like that. And they either nail it into the ground with a big stake or tie it around a tree. But it can be a small rope or a chain. And the baby elephant, it tries to break free. But it can't get nowhere because it's young. It's having a hard time. So after a while, it kind of gives up. So it doesn't think that it can break loose. So it just stops trying, period. So so this is where it applies to adults, like to an adult elephant, if it's been chained up, if it's been at a zoo or somebody owns it, it's like it has an owner.
Domesticated.
Domesticated. They call it domesticated, but we can relate to it as indoctrinated. So basically, even as an adult elephant, you put the chain around its leg or even a small rope that it can easily snap. It's so familiar with when you put something around its ankle, it's not even going to tug. It's because it doesn't think it can break free. But if you was to do it to a wild elephant, if you was able to tame a wild elephant and just hold it down long enough to put the chain around it, it's strong enough to uproot that tree.
Yeah,
it's strong enough to uproot that tree. And that's just a little story. There's more to it, I guess. More breakdown. I'm not the professional on that there. I can just relate it to how that affected me in my life. And back to the part where it's just constantly fixated on the negative aspects of life. I related it to a time in my life where it's like anything you said, anything you did, I didn't believe you. I just didn't believe you. I was just coming at it from a negative standpoint. Because I would say it probably came from something that happened in my life early on, to where I had a lack of trust or a lack of belief in people. So it didn't matter what you say. I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you. I'm thinking the most negative thing you could possibly think of. I'm thinking of the worst case scenario. You know, like I was that guy, to where, you know, whatever situation arose, whatever came about, I was thinking about the worst case scenario, no matter what. And it's some people that tell you that the worst case scenario planning is good. I don't know, maybe to a certain extent, you know, but if you're focused on being positive and you can tap into, you know, thinking of the worst case scenario and kind of write down things on how to maneuver through the worst case scenario, I think that could be a positive thing. But you're not stuck there. You're not stuck in a negative thought of just constantly focusing on the worst case scenario. I was stuck at that time. This was years ago though, but I was stuck in a point where I was thinking about the worst case scenario. I wasn't even trying to be positive. I wasn't looking at people thinking of a negative thing and then be like, nah, let me try to look at them. Let me pull some positivity from them. I wasn't doing that. And that's how I feel. I was trapped. I was trapped in the baby elephant syndrome as a grown man, as an adult, and I wasn't even trying to make a change. At one point, that's who I thought I was. That's who I thought I had to be. That's how I thought I had to act. But when it came to me that I was basically held bondage, I was. But then it's like a mental bondage. You know, it's not that I'm actually really being held by chains. It's not that I'm really being held back. But if your mindset is you have a mindset of being held back, that's what's going to reflect.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what's going to reflect. I'm not going to go too long. I'm going to let you, you know, share some of the things you wanted to share, makes you think about. But that's just how, you know, just the negative thought had me operating in life. Everything and everybody was negative.
Yeah, and I think we all can relate to that. You know, I think that's very relatable. You know, well, for me, I definitely was affected by baby elephant syndrome, and it's just a matter of programming. You know, you take a child, a baby elephant, and you program them at a young age, and it affects them throughout their adult life. So for me, one thing that I can just think of off the top of my head is just where I was young and I achieved what some people would consider a success. And from there, I received a lot of backlash from it. So in my adult life, it affected me to the point where anytime I would start seeing or feeling any type of success, I would self-sabotage. I would do something to make it so that I wouldn't be as successful, you know, just because when you are successful, people, you know, they say things like, oh, you did this and you did that and you don't deserve it or whatever. And it's just a fear of what people are going to say about you. And those things, they wrap a chain around your leg, you know, and they keep you stuck in that same mindset, even as an adult. So it was definitely something that I recognized. It was a programming, and I was like, I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to be successful. You know, it was like I wanted to be successful, but my mind, it was like, and not even my mind, but just my mindset was hindering me. So of course, once I recognized the pattern, I had to have a mindset shift. Yeah.
So that's, you know, that's what we should do. You know, that's what we should do as adults. You know, if you find yourself stuck in a pattern, you find yourself stuck in a way of thinking and or just a way of doing things, and you have I would say, like, I wouldn't just say bad results, but you have like negative results or just results that you don't feel the best about. You know, it's probably about time to kind of look at yourself,
reevaluate it.
Yeah, just look into yourself though. Don't take the road that a lot of people take. A lot of people take the road of they want to blame others, you know, instead of looking at themselves. You know, it's just, oh, this is just the cards that were dealt. You know, a lot of times the cards that were dealt to us, we laid them out. We laid them out ourselves. Wow. You know, so instead of using these are just the cards that was dealt in life and holding on to that, that's like another form of bondage too. Absolutely. You know, because that's your excuse. Whenever something doesn't happen in your life, the thing that comes out your mouth is, these were just the cards that I was dealt.
Mm-hmm.
These were just the cards that was dealt. It's not about learning how to play your hand. Why don't you set your own hand up?
Mm-hmm.
Set your own hand up. Put your
Like
own
spades.
cards. Yeah, but set your own hand up. Play. If you want a better hand in life, start looking at yourself. Start looking at yourself and pull out the things that you don't want in there. Absolutely. Pull those negative traits that you notice yourself. Don't wait for someone else to tell you. Notice them and recognize them yourself. Pull them out, and then start putting in, the person that you intend to be, the person you want to be. It's like things will start lining up. You'll be a little bit more at peace, and you won't be bound.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention one thing that really helped me is a book, The Obstacle is the Way. And he talked about in that book how a lot of people experience things in their youth, and they use those things that they experience in their youth to hinder them as an adult. But he talked about a lot of the things that we go through in younger age are just to build us up and make us stronger. So I just want to encourage you, everybody out there, if you feel like some trauma or some experience that you went through in life when you were younger, like it's holding you back, you do not have to be bound by those things that you went through. You are not defined by your trauma, or you don't have to be a victim. Even if you were victimized, you can come out and be a victor.
Yup. All right, look, we're going to leave you guys with a poem. It's titled, Paint Your Life. All right, life is like a piece of art. It requires lots of heart. Choose your paint and your brush. Take your time. Avoid the rush. Before you paint, choose your theme. Don't be afraid to follow your dream. It's all right to make a mistake. Your painting is real. It's not fake. Look at your painting. Don't be crying. Begin again. Keep on trying. Your painting is never fully complete. Enjoy the process. Make sure it's sweet.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight.
Definitely. Look, I'm Seth.
I'm Lashia.
Yep.
And this has been another live Slaying and Living.
Peace out.